Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will explore the habits that, according to Stoic philosophy, weaken our inner strength. From procrastination to lack of self-control, we will break down each of these habits in the light of the teachings of great Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. 1. Procrastination. Procrastination, from the Stoic perspective, stands as a habit that undermines the very essence of virtue. Stoics caution that postponing responsibilities is akin to closing the door to opportunities for personal and moral growth. By succumbing to procrastination, you deprive yourself of the valuable experience that comes from confronting your duties directly. For Stoics, each postponed task is a missed opportunity to cultivate moral excellence and strengthen inner resilience. Stoic philosophy advocates for immediate action, as delaying commitments is seen to hinder continuous development. The Stoic premise is clear: embracing your responsibilities promptly not only allows for learning and growth but also establishes a solid foundation for resilience and self-discipline. Procrastination, in this sense, is perceived as resistance to the wisdom that arises from direct confrontation with life and its challenges. 2. Excessive hedonism. From the Stoic perspective, unbridled hedonism is considered a habit that erodes inner strength and diverts attention from deeper values. Stoics acknowledge the natural pursuit of pleasure but caution against excessive and unrestrained indulgence. For them, pleasure without moderation can become a distraction that weakens the ability to discern what is truly valuable from what is ephemeral. Stoics argue that the constant pursuit of pleasure divorced from fundamental ethical principles can lead to a life devoid of meaning and purpose. They advise finding satisfaction beyond temporary pleasures, focusing on enduring values, and contributing to the construction of a robust inner strength. Embracing pleasure in moderation, according to Stoics, allows for enjoying life without falling into the trap of indulgence, maintaining the clarity and balance necessary to live in accordance with virtue. 3. Dependency on external approval. Stoic philosophy maintains that excessive reliance on external approval weakens autonomy and emotional stability. Stoics advocate for seeking validation from within, basing one's worth on coherence with personal principles rather than constantly seeking approval from others. Inner strength, according to Stoics, is found in internal independence, detached from the fluctuations of external opinions. Dependence on external approval is considered a habit that undermines integrity, as it renders one vulnerable to the inconsistency of others' opinions. Stoics teach that seeking constant approval from others can lead to a life conditioned by external expectations rather than internal principles. True strength, according to Stoics, involves finding validation in congruence with oneself and living according to fundamental principles, even when it means facing external disapproval. 4. Resistance to change. From the Stoic perspective, unwavering resistance to change is viewed as a habit that undermines resilience and adaptability. Stoics advocate for accepting the inevitably changing nature of the world as a fundamental principle to maintain internal tranquility. Resistance to change, according to this philosophy, is a form of clinging to illusions of control that ultimately weakens the ability to face changing circumstances with serenity. Stoic philosophy urges embracing the idea that the only constant in life is change. Doing so promotes an open and flexible mindset that allows for adaptation and learning from new experiences. Stoics believe that resisting change is akin to swimming against the current of reality, generating unnecessary distress. Instead, embracing life's fluidity contributes to inner strength based on adaptability and the ability to find peace even amidst uncertainty. 5. Envy and constant comparison. According to Stoic philosophy, envy and constant comparison weaken inner peace and undermine appreciation for one's own life and achievements. Stoics warn that continuously comparing oneself to others risks falling into a cycle of perpetual dissatisfaction, undermining the ability to recognize and value one's own blessings. Envy, from the Stoic perspective, not only weakens the relationship with oneself but also undermines connections with others. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on personal progress and growth without being dragged into constant comparisons with others. Cultivating gratitude for one's own accomplishments and experiences, rather than constantly measuring worth in relation to others, is a central principle for building inner strength based on self-acceptance and genuine appreciation for the life you lead. 6. Lack of gratitude. From the Stoic perspective, the lack of gratitude weakens the connection with the present and hinders the ability to find meaning in daily experiences. Stoics emphasize that gratitude is a virtue that nurtures inner harmony and promotes a balanced perspective, allowing you to recognize the blessings present in your life. The absence of gratitude is seen as a way of overlooking the everyday gifts, from small moments of joy to valuable lessons in challenging times. Stoics teach that cultivating gratitude involves not only appreciating the positive but also extracting valuable lessons from challenges. The practice of gratitude, according to Stoic philosophy, serves as a constant reminder of the opportunities for growth and enrichment present in each moment, thus building an inner strength rooted in mindful appreciation of the present. 7. Neglect and self-care. From the Stoic perspective, negligence in self-care weakens the ability to face challenges with resilience and undermines the individual's integrity. Stoics recognize that caring for both the body and mind is essential to living in accordance with virtue and building a robust inner strength. Stoic philosophy addresses not only physical self-care but also the care of mental and emotional well-being. Neglecting these fundamental aspects is perceived as a lack of responsibility to oneself and a barrier to achieving moral excellence. The importance of a healthy mind and body is reflected in the Stoic belief that these are essential tools for living an ethical and fulfilling life. By adopting self-care practices, inner strength is promoted by maintaining a sustainable balance that supports the consistent practice of Stoic virtues such as moderation and self-discipline. 8. Lack of self-control. From the Stoic perspective, the lack of self-control is perceived as a vulnerability that weakens virtue and undermines an individual's integrity. Stoics believe that cultivating self-discipline is essential to strengthen inner resilience and resist temptations that may deviate from the ethical path laid out by Stoic philosophy. The lack of self-control manifests in yielding to momentary impulses and fleeting desires, which, according to Stoics, weakens the capacity to live in alignment with higher ethical principles. Cultivating self-discipline involves resisting instant gratification in favor of long-term goals aligned with virtue. Stoics teach that self-control is not only a means to avoid harmful behaviors but also an essential tool to build inner strength that withstands life's fluctuations and maintains moral integrity even in challenging circumstances. Ultimately, Stoic self-control is presented as a path to a fulfilling and virtuous life, where self-discipline acts as a solid foundation for the construction of enduring inner strength. In conclusion, Stoic philosophy provides valuable guidance to strengthen inner fortitude by identifying and addressing habits that undermine virtue and resilience. From procrastination to lack of self-control, each of these habits obstructs the path to an ethical and fulfilling life. Stoics urge us to confront our responsibilities promptly, moderate the pursuit of pleasure, find validation from within, and embrace adaptability in the face of change. Envy and constant comparison, lack of gratitude, neglect in self-care, and absence of self-control are recognized as significant obstacles that weaken inner strength. The solution proposed by Stoics involves cultivating self-discipline, practicing gratitude, caring for both body and mind, and resisting momentary temptations. Ultimately, applying these Stoic principles not only promotes resilience in the face of challenges but also builds a solid foundation for living in harmony with fundamental values. By embracing these teachings, we embark on a journey toward enduring inner strength, capable of facing life's vicissitudes with integrity, self-discipline, and genuine appreciation for the present.